Hello, friends. I'm Dr. Manju Sharma, and we will continue to study the poem The Ghagra in Spate, written by Keki and Daruwala. In the previous lecture, I told you that the changing shades of this river, as of any other river, they are so awe inspiring even when the river is angry. The colors, the moods that the river changes are so awe inspiring that this poet, Keki Daruwala, who was in fact a police officer in the government of India, is interested into some other realm of expression, which is literature. And he writes down poignantly about the nature of nature. A river that is largely understood as life encouraging, life imparting agent, force of nature. When it becomes angry, how does it destroy? And the poet says, he begins by saying that it is not today that the river has become angry. In fact, it happens every year. When we have monsoons and when the water level in the river rises, the river changes the course as though it had been turning over and over in a sleep, and then she becomes a grey, and then in the dusk she takes another color, which is the coffee color, and at night it turns red, cruel. And the, the, the speciality here is that you wouldn't even know. When you looked at it during dusk, you would just say that the river is only reflecting the colors of the skies. But then you wouldn't know that the flood is on and the landscape stays superbly equipoised. What is the equipoising? Equipoise is as though very tranquil, as though very peaceful. So at dusk it appears very peaceful. How does it appear peaceful? I now read out. Rice shoots pricking through a stretch of water. So you can see that in the waters of the river and the adjoining area of the river, rice shoots are standing erect. They grow rice in the river. Because this is a seasonal river, so they grow rice when the water becomes less. So it is used as the water, as the bed for the rice plants. So the rice stands up and light spiked shadows, inverted trees, kingfishers, gulls. So in this river, the shoots, that is young plants of rice, stand erect because the water has not gained up the impetus of the flood. As I told you, it was equipoised, it was tranquil, it was peaceful, and the plants stood erect. And light spiked the shadows, and the shadows of these plants could be seen on the surface of the river. On the surface of the river, you could also see inverted trees. We all know that when the reflection of an object is cast by another medium, the reflection becomes inverted. So there are inverted trees, upside down trees, and kingfishers are birds. These birds prey upon the small fish that live in the paddy fields. So there are kingfishers and gulls. Gulls also are the birds that feed upon the fish. यहाँ पर उन्होंने जानबूझकर इन्वर्टेड ट्रीज की इमेज लाई है कि पेड़ उल्टे हुए दिखाई दे रहे हैं नदी में, ये आपको इंडिकेट कर रहे हैं आने वाले डिस्ट्रक्शन के लिए। शायद पेड़ भी इसमें इन्वर्ट हो जाएंगे, गिरा देगी ये नदी पेड़ों को। वो जो इतने ठंडक से इन पेड़ों के रिफ्लेक्शन को दिखा रही है, इट इज़ गोइंग टू किल देम। एंड द एजेंट्स ऑफ डेथ आर हियर, kingfishers, gulls, both of whom both who feed upon the fish in the paddy fields. As twilight thins, the road is a black stretch running between the stars. A very beautiful imagery. The poet seems to be standing at a distance and looking at the river, because he is sure he has seen these images change on the river, and from a distance he sees that the twilight thins. The light from the sky narrows down. The light is not coming directly on the earth, because it is now the night is approaching, and also it is a clouded, it must have been a clouded day, and the road becomes a black stretch running between the stars. रास्ता ऐसा नजर आ रहा है कि तारों तक जा रहा हो रोड। वो कब होता है? जब लोग उस रास्ते पर नहीं होते हैं। सब लोग, ज़्यादातर लोग जानते हैं that the river would be in floods. So the road seems to go to the stars. I would suggest that there are two meanings of this. One, that the earth has become desolate, and the second, that anyone who is here would be transported to the stars, would be thrust into the hands of death. And suddenly at night, the north comes to the village riding on river back. North is there, though it has not been, the north has not been written with a bold letter, but north personifies the cold, because in the northern areas we know that the temperature is comparatively very low. So it appears as if north has left its place and now come to visit the river. Suddenly at night, so the day has been quite a day of change, but at night all of a sudden extreme cold comes here, riding on river back. So this north, the monster of death, cold, destruction, comes on the river back only. The river brings him. He doesn't come on his own. It is as if the river has brought it onto this place. 20 minutes of a nightmare spin with fears turn phantasmal as half a street goes churning in the river belly. Now look at this movement. अभी तक तो कलर्स का मूवमेंट हो रहा था, और अब जियोग्राफिकल मूवमेंट हो रहा है. The north has come riding on the river belly, and also how long does it stay? Only in 20 minutes time. Nightmare is a dreadful dream. So this river, which was so silent in the daytime, only changing colors, at night it changes its mood as well, and it casts nightmare, a spin and fear everywhere around. There is a feeling of fear. Those who were awake and those who were sensitive could have anticipated this anger of the river. They see it, and they see the phantasmal. What is phantasmal is ghostly. And half a street goes churning in the river belly. All of a sudden the river swells so much that the street is engulfed. It goes churning. मथते हुए पानी इतना जोर जोर से उफान में कि स्ट्रीट गली को भी निगल जाता है. And a beautiful expression here. If only voices could light lamps. Whenever we write down if only, they suggest two things. They are honest prayers, an honest wish. They indicate a wish, but they also indicate a denied wish. ये प्रार्थना को एक उम्मीद को संकेत करते हैं. अगर कोई वाक्य इफ ओनली से शुरू होता है तो वो एक उम्मीद के बारे में होता है, काश ऐसा होता, लेकिन उसके अंदर एक इम्प्लाइड मीनिंग ये भी होता है कि ऐसा नहीं हुआ. सो नेगेशन ऑफ दैट प्रेयर. द पोएट सेज इतना अचानक से 20 मिनट में ही सब कुछ बीत जाता है कि लगता है काश वॉइसेस हो, जो चीख चिल्ला रहे थे लोग, उनसे लैंप्स जल जाते हैं. जो सो रहे थे, ये नदी सोते हुए को कैप्चर कर लेती है. तो काश ये आवाज़ें जो हो रही हैं, जो लोग जिन्होंने देखा है और जो फंस गए हैं उस स्ट्रीट में पानी में, इफ ओनली देयर स्क्रीम्स कुड लाइट लैम्प्स, बिकॉज इट बिकम्स सो डार्क. यू नो, these tributaries, these small monsoon rivers are always in the village areas, and actually power cuts down. We all know that during rainy seasons there are power cuts. So it is dark. The river has stealthily, it has planned with north to captivate these people who were sleeping, and any much of voice cannot light the lamps. If only limbs could turn to rafted bamboo. And the limbs, people who were running, if only they could get transformed into rafts. Rafts are a temporary kind of, a very primitive kind of boats which are made by tying bamboos together. So it is, I really do not know what to call it, बट जैसे बहुत सारे बैम्बूज़ को पास पास बिठा के और उन्हें बांध के एक चपटा सा एक स्ट्रक्चर बना लिया जाए जिस पर बैठ के बच के जा सकते हों. सो ही सेज इफ ओनली वॉइसेस could light lamps, if only limbs could turn to rafted bamboos. By this he means to say no much of screaming could bring light in the village, and no much of running helter-skelter could give escape to the people, many of whom must have been swept away by the river. तो अंधेरा हो गया है और लोगों को नदी बहा के लेके जा रही है. So in these lines that we have studied today, it is that the river did not show up any change during the daytime apart from the colors. Everything stood equipoised. The plants that were growing in the water, they stood as they were. Their shadows, the shadows of these ears of the corn also were reflected in a tranquil state, and the kingfishers and the gulls were happily consuming away the fish. And at night, after the twilight, the river changes its mood. In the morning it had only changed the course, now it changes the mood, and from the life-giving agent, it has now become a life-taking agent. And I end with this expression when the poet is feeling miserable that the voices of the fear-stricken people could not bring any light over there, because people were running, even if they had lanterns of their own, they were running away from the site of havoc, and most in the effort of flying away from there were actually drowned because they couldn't get transformed into rafted bamboos. So, this is all for today. Thank you.